Alright, you minced meat making bastards, here is an OP Hatchets mid-game build. This one is very similar to Mad Honda, the only difference is being that we need to choose the proper skill for dual Hatchets where we can maximize our damage output and effectiveness, and also a proper set. Great thing about dual Hatchets is that it's got that throw. Actually, it's got multiple versions of throw, but we're just gonna use the one from the high stance. That throw can be used to great extent in clearing stages and doing damage from safe distance. It is viable against bosses and against normal enemies. Spoiler warning, at the end of the video where I'm showcasing this build against boss type enemy, I'm showing it against 4th region boss, so you have been warned. Primary stat for this build is obviously skill. Skill increases dual hatchet damage, but we also need to distribute points into different stats. We need 12 stamina and 11 strength to wear the set that I'm wearing, unless you have smithing text for it. In that case you don't need to put points into strength, but you're gonna have to put points into stamina to get equipment weight below 100%. Around 10 points into dexterity and around 20 points into magic is plenty of points into those two categories. Don't forget to distribute some of the points to constitution, heart and courage as well. Weapon that I'm using are martial artists hatchets that increase directly melee damage. Try to get high active skill key damage or high active skill key consumption or high active skill damage. Any of these three are good, and if you can, get little barrage damage increase too. If you don't want martial artists hatchets, then I would suggest warrior monks hatchets. It increases active skill key damage. Hatchets do a lot of key damage with this build, and by destroying enemies' key, we are essentially making them less dangerous. Set that I'm using is Tatenashi. Main reason because it grants us enough survivability so that we can go mad and make minced meat out of our enemies without worrying of dying. Elemental damage taken is quite an important stat that's been overlooked by many, because there's a lot of elemental damage in this game. We also get damage bonus from equipment weight, meaning the more weight we have, the higher the bonus is. Stats on the set that you should look out for are any stats that would increase ki and life, and especially try to get attack on gloves. Guardian Spirit is Tengen, mainly because of the stance based Amrita bonus. It's the best attack bonus that you can get, it grants the highest damage output. Yatsu no Kami is a must as always, and we are gonna poison our enemy with Poison Shuriken, so we're gonna get benefit from that melee damage against poisoned enemy. Other one is Namahage, because of the melee damage versus zero ki enemy, which we plan on making them quite frequently. And the last one is Yoki, because of anima bonus from Amrita absorption. This one is optional, you can change it if you want. Secondary Guardian Spirit is this one, because of the anima charge active skill bonus, and having increased effect of elixirs is not a bad little boost to have. From X tree we need Piercing Hurl, it's very useful. Then go for the upgrades of Piercing Hurl, these two Light and Shadow. Then we need Little Barrage, it's our main damage dealing active skill. Next to that we need definitely these bonuses, especially the ones that when our health drops to 30% or lower, our ki recovery speed is increased, our damage is increased, our damage received is decreased. Relentless nodes that increase maximum ki are also very good. From Samurai we need two nodes, one is damage boost skill, another one is damage boost magic. The rest is up to you, but definitely go for running water upgrades as well that enable ki pulse from dodging at proper time. Omnium magic tree, typical stuff, protection talisman, extraction talisman. Extraction is always needed when you go for Tengen. Weakness, and barrier talisman. Also grab Omnio Capacity Increase from the south side of this tree. From ninjutsu, main thing is to get ourselves a way to poison an enemy. That can be through Poison Shuriken or Toxic Groundfire Trap. Next to that, because I have plenty of points for ninjutsu, I went with Fire Shurikens as well, because why not? We can put enemies on fire, and with Snakebite technique from ninjutsu tree, we can deal additional 10% damage with damage over time. Maximize your potential. Points are there, you got the capacity, use it. Don't forget to put damage boost skill on Lethal Barrage and also put damage boost magic on Piercing Hurl under skill customization. From X buffs you can use all three if you want, Battle Focus, Adamantine and Rage, but I would not recommend putting 3 different buffs on 3 different stances, because by the time you buff yourself with these 3 you're gonna lose some time on the rest. So choose 2 buffs from X. Battle Focus is a must, and then second one can be Adamantine or Rage, it is up to you. Depends on the situation. Sometimes it's better to have that burst damage from Rage at the beginning of the battle, but Adamantine provides more survivability. So it depends how comfortable you are with this build and the opponent that you're facing. Clan that I went with is Hosokawa because of the increased attack that we get when our opponents through their attacks reduce our ki to 50% ki or less. However, this does not stack with Rage buff from X, but the benefit of it is that you don't need to worry about putting Rage buff during the fight anymore, because you're gonna get this buff instead of Rage, which is the same thing, and without the debuff that Rage gets you. Alright, now how to play this build. Protection, Extraction, Barrier first. Then we put X buffs from 2 stances, Battle Focus being the must one, and another one being Adamantine or Rage, which is up to you. Upon entering the fight we put Weakness on an enemy and poison them through Poison Shurikens or Poisonous Groundfire Trap. I leave that to you. If you want you can also spam Fire Shurikens to get them on fire. Now we go up in their face and make minced meat with Lethal Barrage skill. That's it. If you feel threatened, stay back and spam Piercing Hurl whenever possible. This is also a viable strategy. That's all there is to it. Really, it's that simple. Lethal Barrage is an amazing skill when built around it. However, try to practice that Lethal Barrage number 2 upgrade. It's a finishing move that puts you behind an enemy in most cases, and that is very useful, but it is sometimes not easy to properly time, so that you end your combo with it. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, have fun playing dual hatchets, and see you soon.